My name is Jeremy Muir, and I own a production company named F & Tech, along with 2 other partners. We are a full-feature production company. We handle everything from audio, visual, staging, the normal things that a production company would do. On top of that, we also handle registration. We do custom expo halls. One of the first events we ever worked on was an event for Facebook. It's called F8, which is their developers conference. And we had just purchased the HelixNet system before that show. That was a large event for 2,000 people and multiple room configurations where we had to have the ability to take a general session and then convert it into breakouts and split the audio system up at the same time, split the communication systems up at the same time, from 1 unit to 2 units to 3 units and back again. And so having this new digital system really allowed us to do that. Communication is everything. We've got to have clear communications between all the departments and all the areas. So to be able to get from front of house to backstage, to get from the stage manager to the crew, all of those communications have to be clear, and they have to be, can't have any like concerns about what he said or she said, or not be able to understand what's going on or not have the volume to be able to hear it. We've made a crossroads just in audio, I think in general within the industry. Things are going digital audio. And so when you're going to a digital audio system, that means digital interconnect and everything else. And the standard party line communication system doesn't really work in that world. You would have to have a completely separate system. You're trying to integrate with house systems or with satellite trucks or other entities. You need some flexibility there. And analog has always been a little rough in those aspects. And now we're into the HelixNet model and have gone from analog to digital. And what a difference. It's a world apart. As we were moving into digital audio, we went to a completely digital audio snake. Our first test bed was using a standard Yamaha audio configuration. We'll have a console at front of house and we'll have Rio stage boxes backstage. All of that runs over a fiber optic line that handles a primary and backup feed over IP and carries the Dante audio network. Within that, we're able to take a HelixNet, put one at front of house, put one backstage, plug them into this standard IP with just a standard Cat6 cable, and all of a sudden, over that same infrastructure that's already carrying our digital audio for the console and everything else, our intercom is run. And as I think most company owners right now trying to get into digital audio will know, that's one of the biggest hurdles, is how do we do intercom now? And so that solved that. I was really amazed. I mean, one of the first things, when you bring to a crew, hey, we have these, it's like, oh, we have something new to learn. What is this going to be? Really easy. Plug it in, and it was really intuitive, and it just showed up, and it was all of a sudden there was a lot of extra features. We had a lot of extra channels you didn't have with the standard analog. We needed an intercom system that also ran over standard IP. When you're with the analog system, if you go from a single channel to a 2-channel, now you have some different wiring configurations, you have to have different adapters. All of that stuff disappeared once you get into this HelixNet and the digital system. And you can use your existing infrastructure. That was one of the reasons we went with ClearCom on this, was I didn't have to invest in a whole new cabling infrastructure. And otherwise I would be running a whole separate snake just to handle communications, which we were trying to get rid of. That was the whole point of going to digital in the first place. And so when we found out that the HelixNet worked over that, that was it, and gave it a shot, and then that was all it took. We were hooked.